Kikori District launches development projects. NMSA staff urged to support new CEO. And scientific report exposes a threat to ocean. A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Malinta Yopolo. Thank you for joining us. The Kikori District Development Authority has launched a series of development projects valued at 315 million kina at Hihu LLG yesterday. These projects mark a significant infrastructure investment program undertaken by the district. The projects are Hihu Muro Road, Vailala River Bridge, Kihiru Bridge to Vailala River Soil Stabilization, Multipurpose Community Center, Hihu Market, and Baimuru Market that is currently in progress. These projects are said to be Kikori's future economic corridor, connecting communities separated by difficult terrain, reduce transport costs, improve access to basic services, create opportunities for locals, and strengthen community engagements.
So important investment our government is making. So it's the Moroccan, Roscoe, Pangulad government that is investing into infrastructure development. Everywhere you go, Connect BNG is already connected up to the places that you have never heard of, road connected.
Local level government areas in Gulf Province are mostly connected through riverine networks, maritime, coastal and air transports. This places greater emphasis on the need for Hihu Muro Road.
The Kikori EU Kerama Road project, the LNG seat of government infrastructure projects. For decades, our people have endured isolation and marginalization. This critical road infrastructure will finally connect our communities. Honorable Prime Minister, for the 2 years I have worked as the provincial administrator, I have seen that there is a real need to connect this road. Thank you for coming.
Prime Minister James Marape acknowledged the Minister for Provincial and Local Level Government Affairs and member for Kikori, Soroi Eoe, on his commitment to his people and further called on the district to support their provincial leaders.
And I'm happy that senior member he spends his time assisting me, running our country, and also doing it. He's not youthful like me. He's a man of senior age, and sometimes he takes time. And I appeal to the district team around him, the district administration team, and the provincial administration team. Envelope the Honorable Senior Chris Aveta and the Honorable Senior Soroi and allow them to do the work that they must do instead of we all spend much of the money and recurrent. Let's put all the money to development work.
A groundbreaking scientific report released on June 30th by the Deep Sea Mining Campaign exposed a critical, unaddressed threat to global ocean health. This is due to the mobilization of naturally occurring radioactive materials by proposed deep-sea mining operations.
Published as the International Seabed Authority meets to debate regulations for deep-sea mining, the report reveals that mining the sea floor would expose marine ecosystems, commercial fisheries and human seafood consumers to the risk of unregulated radioactivity. The scientific consensus already indicates that deep-sea mining impacts will be severe, long-term and effectively irreversible. However, this new report shines a light on an overlooked hazard, radiation ecotoxicity. While marine ecosystems are adapted to natural background levels of radioactivity, the report warns that deep-sea mining will mobilize radioactive materials and expose marine life and food chains to elevated levels, possibly for significant distances from seabed mining sites. Dr. Helen Rosenbau of the Deep Sea Mining Campaign emphasized that their report exposes a massive blind spot. There is zero research on how radiation mobilized by deep-sea mining will impact marine ecosystems. She noted that marine life cannot escape polluted water, from which they eat prey contaminated by mining operations. Marine scientist Dr. Andrew Tale added that this report highlights just how much work is left to do to understand the impacts of this industry on marine ecosystems. The release of both heavy metals and radioactive elements presents a potential double threat to the ocean. Dr. Helen Rosenbaum called on the global scientific community and on regulatory authorities to ensure these critical knowledge gaps are addressed before commercial mining is permitted to begin. Nicole Rema, National EMTV News.
A peace ceremony was hosted in East Pangia local level government to drive peace in the community. The people of Apenda and Mele village were brought together for the ceremony as they stand to foster peace in their communities.
This ceremony was hosted to restore peace following a misunderstanding that led to the death of a young man 2 weeks ago. The event was headed by a local community leader and businessman, Jerry Agus. Agus says the people of Apena and Mele have always been in peace, but the unfortunate event happened that brought disharmony to the area, and therefore they moved swiftly to get it sorted out for the safety of innocent people to allow authorities to look into the matter.
Mibla na biya ni Mran and Mibla lusim lo amlo police. Why? Because Mibla less lo problem. Mibla less lo heavy. Peace and one plus something where all people lo Pangia enjoy more over the long period of time.
The event saw locals coming together in numbers and contribution of both live pigs, food produce and cash. Agus says it is important to maintain law and order going into the future.
East Pangia 34 councillors, Disla, including Pologo, Yavanali, Disla, all get a contribution to Yubla and Stablo here. Me to big la thank you to Yubla.
Representing the Law and Justice Department for Yalibu Pangia, Robert Norombu says nothing can be done to bring back human lives when it is lost, but peace must prevail to allow justice to be served.
No can put him on Maklu, you know, can't blow one. No can put him on Maklu, you know, body blow one. One blow Mary, one blow Pignini, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, plus the road you must open, plus must stop.
For a relative of the deceased, Nandawa Unda also welcomed the initiative on behalf of his community and people. Unda says peace is what they want in order to seek justice.
By investigation go, amaro na bitafe, loba go, manugut mas golosel. Suppose police prove him not guilty, I'm guilty, and must go on.
Charlie Dumavi, National EMTV News.
Outgoing Chief Executive Officer for National Maritime Safety Authority reminded the staff that collaboration is the key to achieving greater results. He urged them to work together with the new CEO and take the organization forward.
Mr. Unas reminded the National Maritime Safety Authority staff that over the past 12 years they have transformed the organization into one of Papua New Guinea's leading statutory authority. He told them that their collaboration has strengthened maritime governance and modernized the authority through institutional reforms, improved financial management, enhanced transparency and accountability, and have developed a stronger organizational culture.
We significantly enhanced Papua New Guinea's implementation of its responsibilities as a flag state, port state, and coastal state under international maritime conventions. We strengthened our maritime safety inspection regime, improved compliance with international standards, and reinforced our commitment to safe navigation throughout the waters. When I joined, we did not have many inspectors. We expanded maritime security capabilities through closer cooperation with national security agencies and regional partners to combat illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing, transnational crime, and other unlawful activities within our maritime domain. We expanded maritime security capabilities through closer cooperation with national security agency and regional, we strengthened our national search and rescue coordination arrangements and improved marine pollution preparedness and response capability to better protect lives, property, and our precious marine environment.
Further noting the positive outcomes achieved through collaborative work, Mr. Unas urged NMSA staff that a chief executive officer alone cannot succeed but needs his team's support to carry an organization forward.
I ask every member of staff and every stakeholder to give the new CEO your full cooperation and support. United behind a common purpose, there is no limit to what this organization can achieve.
Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
Meanwhile, the newly appointed Chief Executive Officer for National Maritime Safety Authority pledged to work with integrity and professionalism and to remain committed to serving the organization. He made this commitment during the handover takeover ceremony yesterday.
The incoming Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Limu, said that the handover takeover ceremony not only marked the change in the CEO's position, but represents the beginning of a new chapter in the history of the National Maritime Safety Authority.
Today we honor the past. Today we also embrace the present. Today, together, we begin to shape the future of NMSA.
Noting that communication is the key to any organization, he said he will strive to be approachable, transparent, and to become fair so citizens and stakeholders feel valued and empowered.
Every significant decision will be guided by moral principles. These principles are safety before everything, integrity without compromise, service above self, leadership, for example, innovation with purpose, strong partnerships, and leaving the authority stronger than we found it. The NMSA way. An organization's culture is one of its greatest strengths. Buildings can be constructed, systems can be replaced, but the culture is built on one collective decision, one conversation, and one action at a time. Together we will build a culture where people are proud to serve, ideas are welcome, learning never stops, and success is said.
He also commended the leadership of the outgoing Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Unas, for doing an excellent job in bringing the organization to where it is today.
I pay my utmost tribute to my predecessor, Mr. Paul Unas, for his leadership, dedication, service, importantly, mentoring, and commitment to the National Maritime Safety Authority. Not only an MSA, but his dedicated service to the Department of Transport and PNG Ports with his distinction in the public service.
Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Chicken kebab saja nah. Yum.
Beef stir fry.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you,
Yum.
stir fry for you, and chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, one cube at a time.
At Telecom, we're boosting our network. Households will enjoy better connections. Communities will get faster speeds and wider coverage. And business will profit from new towers and a more secure network. Plus, everyone will benefit from onshore storage that brings browsing home. It's all part of our ongoing billion kina nationwide investment. It feels good to be building a faster, stronger network for PNG.
Hello, everyone.
Is everything all right?
Oh. Yes. Everything's all right. All right with Roots.
Make it right with Roots.
Remember the joy of playing with your toys as a child? At Morning Plus, we believe that every small business deserves a chance to build and grow. That's why we offer asset financing.
EMTV brings to you a fresh new talk show program in 2026. Watch our exclusive interview with special guest, Honorable James Marape, Prime Minister of Papua New Guinea, as we discuss government programs and projects since 2019. Walk by Talk, coming soon on EMTV.
You're watching National EMTV News. Oktedi Mining Limited has reached a defining milestone in its Growth 2050 strategy, submitting the environmental and social impact assessment for a proposed tailings storage facility at Okbirim to the Conservation and Environment Protection Agency this week.
The project, described by the Managing Director and CEO Kedi Ilimbit as the single largest environmental mitigation initiative in the company's history, aims to modernize the mine's operations. The core objective is to transition away from the current practice of rivering tailing disposal, shifting instead to a modern, engineered system that retains both coarse and fine tailings on land. Mr. Ilimbit said the tailing storage facility is critical to the future of Oktedi, and it is a cornerstone of the mine's Growth 2050 strategy that will support the continued operation while fundamentally changing the way they manage processed tailings. The proposed facility is designed to significantly reduce sediment accumulation in the Oktedi and Fly River corridors, protect aquatic habitats, and secure the economic benefits the mine provides to Western Province and Papua New Guinea well into the future. The submission follows extensive technical studies and free, prior and informed consultation with the local communities. Pakatambo National EMTV News.
A total of 30 participants across Lear Highland in New Ireland Province came together to attend an intensive training program on online shopping through Alibaba and artificial intelligence-powered business skills.
The participants include students, youth, couples and parents united by one goal to learn how to create better opportunities for themselves and their families. Participants learned how to identify genuine suppliers, communicate professionally, negotiate prices, request refunds when products do not meet expectations, understand international business practices, and build trust with overseas companies. They also learned that e-commerce is not just about Alibaba, but about connecting PNG to global marketplace and changing mindsets, giving hope, confidence and practical skills to the people.
Trainer for online shopping and global exposure in business, Cynthia Changao said the 2-day online and AI skills training aims to empower people to think beyond buying and selling a few products. The goal was to help Papua New Guineans connect directly with global manufacturers and suppliers, build long-term business partnerships, and become confident entrepreneurs. Changao said they also explored how AI can help them write professional business letters, advertisements, marketing content, proposal and promotional materials. She urged them to connect with the world to build partnerships beyond their borders and create businesses that their children would be proud to inherit. Lauren Jimal, National EMTV News.
The founder and director of Our Spirit Trekking Company, Aidan Grimes, has reached a remarkable milestone after successfully completing his 39th trek recently along Papua New Guinea's iconic Kokoda Trek, a journey he has undertaken over the past 3 decades.
The Kokoda Trek remains one of Papua New Guinea's premier tourism destinations, attracting thousands of tourists from around the world while creating employment and economic opportunities for communities living along the trail. In an interview with EMTV News, a long-time visitor to Papua New Guinea and the founder of Our Spirit Trekking Company, Aidan Grimes, shared his experience.
For over 30 years. And also other parts of Papua New Guinea as well, such as the Black Cat Track, Shaggy Ridge, Finisterre Range. That's just my 139th Kokoda track that I finished. I'm a very big supporter of Kokoda in particular.
Grimes shared his appreciation for the locals, the history and the culture of Papua New Guinea in general.
So I'm a very big believer in what the track has to offer Australians in particular, but also other people from America and Europe as well. But to see the communities in operation is absolutely second to none. You cannot get the experience anywhere else in the world. The people are the most beautiful people. I see them as my family.
As he marks his 39th walk, he hopes more visitors will come to experience the history, natural beauty and cultural significance of the Kokoda Trek while making a positive contribution to the local communities. Mimi Pio, National EMTV News.
Beyond his passion for trekking, the founder and director of Our Spirit Trekking Company has come up with initiatives to support communities along the trek by recruiting locals as porters and tour guides, providing them with employment opportunities.
An important part of trekking adventure are the porters, people who are employed to carry a trekker's backpack, food, camping equipment or other supplies. Grimes acknowledged the porters, describing them as legends.
It's also about putting back in more ways than one. Yes, we provide a lot of employment and it's about treating the guys with respect. I don't call them porters, I call them legends. And the reason why I call them legends is because I want them to tell the Australian people their story as well. So it's not just about carrying a bag, it's about telling their history and their culture more importantly. And it's about showing the kids of the future what's possible, you know. It's about giving kids hope as well.
He said apart from providing employment opportunities, they also organize soccer tournaments that provide young people, both male and female, to participate in sporting activities.
Many years I've supported Kokoda and the communities across the track by playing soccer tournaments where we get as many as 450 players and we can get as many as 2,000 people watching it. We've put a huge amount of money into hospitals, medicines, and we've also put a huge amount of money into education. So with our soccer tournaments, what we do is we identify kids who've got talent, and then the plan then is to take them to Australia and give them an opportunity to play football over there too. The other aspect as well is, from an athletics point of view, we kick off Athletics Carnival as well, and the same purpose, you know, so we give kids the opportunity to train, to have well-supported programs, and if they're good enough and if they want to, well then they have other opportunities as well. We also have another program around counselling, so counselling that addresses DV.
Despite his love for trekking and adventure, Grimes acknowledged that there are ongoing challenges. He said one of his concerns is the possibility of the track being closed, as this would significantly affect tourism market and the livelihoods of local communities that rely on trekking and tourism.
The hardest part is if the track is threatened with closure, because what that does is it upsets all the marketing circles, and upsets all the marketing systems. And then people get scared, people get, almost like they're afraid to come here, and they'll put their money into other countries like Japan, for example. Japan has become a big country for Australians in particular. So it's kind of like the challenge for us is to keep the track open. The challenge for us is to be able to share whatever spoils there is in trekking travel, and make sure the people on the ground are looked after, and fairness, to me it's not rocket science. And making sure that it's done correctly, making sure that the organisations that do this sort of stuff are, well, first of all, legal, and they're set up correctly as well.
Mimi Pio, National MTV News.
National MTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Announcing the SkillRise School Competition 2026! With monthly prizes of GFI products, student project fees, and a major prize of 25,000 Kina building project funding, you can make a difference! Here's how you can enter. Just buy any 1 kg medium grain or soft and sweet Scout rice and give your child a drop into the entry box provided in selected schools to win. Terms and conditions apply. SkillRise. And by you like it.
Ready for the world, so is your Teaser Visa card. Visa keeps you moving wherever you go, Papua New Guinea or abroad. Seamlessly pay for travel, dining, online shopping. Easily access your funds and instantly track your expenses. Every tap comes with security, trust, and peace of mind. Unlock the world of possibilities. And it all starts with the new Teaser Visa card.
EMTV is proud to announce that we are now offering tower rental spaces on the tallest tower in NCD and Central Province. Our new 80 meters television broadcasting tower proudly boasts an improved structure durability. It is versatile and suitable for various communications and broadcasting needs. It has a high internal load capacity, supporting multiple antennas and technologies simultaneously. This is your opportunity to optimize your transmission signal for wider coverage and extended reach. For co-location information, call 7723-3484 or email engineering@mtv.com.pg. MTV, your number one to watch.
You're watching National MTV News. Moving to overseas news, a third teenager has been charged over the murder of a 15-year-old boy in Melbourne North. The victim was found stabbed in a car park of Craigburn Community Hospital on Wednesday night and died at the scene.
A third boy has been charged with murder in relation to the death of 15-year-old Darwish Muhammad. Now, Darwish was found with stab wounds outside the Craigburn Community Hospital on Wednesday night, and he died at the scene despite a staff member frantically performing CPR on him. Now, last night, police arrested a 14-year-old boy. He's since been charged with murder and will appear in front of a children's court. This comes after police also charged two other boys aged 15 and 16 also with murder. Both of those boys appeared in front of a children's court quite briefly yesterday afternoon, where it was revealed the 16-year-old boy was on bail at the time of the attack. Both of those boys have been remanded in custody and will return to court in November. Meanwhile, a 20-year-old man and a 15-year-old girl have also been charged in relation to a burnt-out car that's since been linked to Darwish's death. Now, tributes have just continued to grow for the 15-year-old boy. Darwish Muhammad will be laid to rest in a funeral in Melbourne this afternoon.
Test result of suspected H5 bird flu case found in New South Wales will be released today. The samples from the giant petrel has been sent to CSIRO to confirm that it is a deadly virus.
It's an anxious wait here in New South Wales this morning as people, as poultry farmers in particular, wait to see the results of this suspected case. It was detected in a giant petrel at Hawk's Nest in the lower mid-north coast. It has shown preliminary testing, and the state government says that petrel has now been sent to the CSIRO's national lab to confirm exactly which strain of avian influenza this bird has. At this stage, the state government is stressing that this is the only case so far suspected. It would be New South Wales' first case of the H5N1 avian influenza variant if it does test positive. But authorities are stressing that at this stage it is just the one case. They have upped patrols along New South Wales beaches, particularly here on the mid-north coast, looking for ill birds to make sure that they are keeping across the situation while they wait to hear whether this case is confirmed. Poultry farmers are keeping a particularly close eye on this. New South Wales supplies around 30% of the country's eggs, and just a couple of years ago poultry farmers were dealing with the H7 variant of avian influenza, which saw around 2 million birds culled across the country. So I'm hearing from farmers that the H5 variant, which is generally considered to be more deadly to birds, would have the same, if not a worse, impact. But in saying that, farmers are saying they feel more prepared this time around. They've seen other continents deal with this H5 variant. They have dealt with the H7 variant. A lot of farmers have put in additional biosecurity measures since that H7 outbreak a couple of years ago. Here in Bowraville on this farm, Dave Mason's told me he's got around 1,000 birds, mostly chickens, but he's also got a small flock of ducks and geese. He's planning on off-selling his ducks and geese now because he's concerned about the ways that this virus can travel through the water, whether his ducks and geese could catch it from wild water birds. So just to be safe, he's saying he's going to get rid of those water birds because that is too risky for him. He says if it got into his flock, he would have to cull all his birds, and he just doesn't think his business could come back from that. So it is a really anxious wait for poultry farmers and for the poultry industry here in New South Wales.
In Iran, millions of people are expected to attend a funeral of the former supreme leader who was killed by a joint U.S.-Israel strike in Iran in February.
More than 4 months after he was assassinated in a joint operation by the US and Israel, a funeral is finally being held for Iran's former supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Authorities are meticulously planning 6 days of ceremonies, starting here in the capital, Tehran, on Saturday, where the remains of the clerical leader will lie in state at the Imam Khomeini Grand Musalla. Officials say they are expecting around 15 million people to visit the site over the weekend, including foreign dignitaries and the world's media. Ali Khamenei was both the religious and political head of Iran and commanded absolute authority here for almost 40 years. At the time of his death, he was the longest-serving autocrat in the Middle East and one of its most polarizing leaders. He had strong support amongst religious conservatives, but was condemned by his critics for his brutal crackdown on Iranians demanding reform of his regime. He was killed on the 28th of February in the opening salvo of the war when an Israeli airstrike destroyed his compound in Tehran. This funeral is all about timing. It's not just an opportunity for people to mourn their former supreme leader. For authorities here, it's a chance to show strength and unity at a time when a permanent peace deal with the US is still elusive.
The body of an American pilot shot dead by Papuan rebels in the Papuan Highlands has been removed by Indonesian military.
Obtained by the ABC shows a dramatic operation of the Indonesian military to recover the body of an American pilot shot and killed by Papuan separatists in the restive province of Highland Papua. American pilot Nicholas F. Gosselin was shot and killed on Thursday in a killing claimed by the West Papua National Liberation Army. Vision of this operation shows Indonesian special forces flying over the Papuan Highlands in a helicopter before landing and retrieving Mr. Gosselin's body, something they described as a rapid seizure operation involving 10 personnel. This vision, filmed by a local TV camera crew, it's a really rare look at an Indonesian military operation inside the interior of Papua, where an independence conflict has been playing out for decades. The West Papua National Liberation Army said the killing was the United States paying for the mistake of failing to address the root causes of the conflict in Papua. In a statement released on Thursday, a spokesperson for the group said that the pilot was also killed along with the aircraft he was flying burnt because they'd violated an ultimatum banning flights into areas the group considered operational zones. This all took place in the Yahukimo Regency within a mountainous remote area of Papua Highlands. Indonesian Armed Forces Lieutenant General Luki Avianto described the killing as cruel.
Firstly, we express condolences of his death while he was undertaking services to the community. We saw ourselves that the West Papua National Liberation Army cruelly killed innocent people. We condemn this action.
Indonesia's military said the pilot's body will be taken to Jakarta and handed over to the American embassy. The West Papuan National Liberation Army said that civilian aircraft continue to drop Indonesian military troops and logistics into the Papuan interior to conduct military operations that have killed many indigenous Papuan civilians. For its part, the Indonesian military has denied that the plane was being used to carry troops. Papuan separatists have been involved in a low-level conflict against Indonesian security forces as part of this decades-long struggle for independence in the resource-rich territory of Papua, and the conflict has surged over the last year. Dozens of rebels, security forces and civilians have been killed in this uptick in fighting in Papua over the last year. Human Rights Watch has said that this is all contributing to undermining the security of Papua's mostly indigenous population.
Ceasefire between US and Iran does appear to hold one of the world's most strategical waterways that remains under intense scrutiny.
We're on a fisherman's boat off the coast of Iran, heading into the Strait of Hormuz. For months, this waterway has been a global bottleneck, a crucial weapon Iran has unleashed to tip the balance in this war.
We are right at the heart of the Strait of Hormuz, and behind me is an international ship that's been captured by the Iranians, and there are many more that are waiting to get through. It's easy to forget how vital what they're carrying is for day-to-day life, things like fuel and fertilizer, and when they're being held, prices go up for all of us.
In peacetime, around a fifth of the world's traded oil and gas pass through these waters. Just across from the strait in Doha, Washington and Tehran are trying to shape the story of this war, both fighting for victory. Bandar Abbas sits on Iran's southern coast, close to the narrowest point of the strait. It's home to the conventional navy and the navy arm of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. The city has sustained heavy attacks and been a key target for the US and Israel. In the busy university neighborhood, this is all that's left of what was once a residential building.
The people who were attacked here included military personnel and also civilians who lived in the building, including children. They were all asleep. They lived here, but it wasn't a military base.
With a fragile ceasefire in place, people have flocked to the city's bustling market. Most are reluctant to speak to us. Fatima's son lost his job in the war. Her family now relies solely on her income.
We didn't want a war. Trump wanted a war. He attacked us unexpectedly. We didn't want this.
A few stores down, Masume also agrees to speak to us.
Every war is a problem. It causes a lot of economic issue, but that's war. Everyone needs to get used to it. We need to be patient.
Mehdi Nobani has been mayor of Bandar Abbas since 2021.
There are many in Israel and in Washington who say this war has been a success. They've killed your supreme leader, they've killed multiple military commanders, they've attacked military sites, weapons depots, radar sites. What would you say to that?
Not at all. Iran has been successful because Israel and the US haven't reached their goals. If the ceasefire breaks down, Iran will close the strait for sure.
National EMTV News continues after the break with Ruka Sports. Stay with us.
They're gold nuggets. There's a flavor for everyone. The best tasting snack. Get a burst of gold nuggets. Cheese flavor.
Mega wow!
Chicken flavor.
Mega wow!
Cheese onion flavor.
Mega wow!
Barbecue flavor. Mega wow!
When you're on the go, one more! One more!
Get that burst of gold nuggets flavor.
Mega wow!
Remember the joy of playing with your toys as a child? At Morning Plus, we believe that every small business deserves a chance to build and grow. That's why we offer asset financing.
With Morning Plus, we're ready to go.
Start your journey with Telecom. Stay online, informed, and in control from departure to destination. Maintain your connections wherever you are. Introducing Wanted Travel eSIM, the all-in-one eSIM app available in over 150 countries. With instant activation, affordable no-contract data plans worldwide, high-speed internet, and multi-language support. Download Wanted Travel eSIM app on your App Store for iPhone and Play Store for Android devices. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Hello, everyone.
Is everything all right?
Oh. Yes. Everything's all right. All right with Roots.
Make it right with Roots.
Join us this Sunday for MTV's Vocal Fusion Season 13. Get ready for an electrifying showcase of incredible talent as we bring to you all the excitement and highlights of Day 2 of the auditions. Tune in this Sunday, 5th of July at 7:30 p.m. MTV's Vocal Fusion Season 13. Only on your number one to watch, MTV.
Tukai Sports.
Welcome to Tukai Sports. The SPPNG Hunters head to Brisbane tomorrow determined to turn their season around as they take the Wynnum Manly Seagulls. Coach Paul Highton is confident that this young, injury-depleted squad can match the opposition despite the setback.
SPPNG Hunters head coach Paul Highton believes his youthful side has what it takes to challenge the Wynnum Manly Seagulls despite another week of injury setbacks ahead of tomorrow's Hot Plus Cup clash in Brisbane. The Hunters travel to BMD Kougari Oval, looking to avenge their round to defeat to the Seagulls and improve a difficult season affected by injuries and inexperience. Highton said the team has remained positive despite the challenges throughout the season.
Young people, you know, they're gonna have a look. It's part of life now, so. We're trying to take that pressure off the players at training because, you know, we're putting pressure, they're getting pressure outside, family. It's a lot of pressure on these young men, so we're trying to take that off them.
The Hunters have again forced reshuffle for their lineup, with Joel Genna and Silkalo both on DAP through injury, while promising youngster Felix Becky will make his Hot Plus Cup debut as 5'8".
Joel Genna in doubt. Silkalo, an old injury that's been bothering him, so he's in doubt as well. So we've got young Felix Becky. We were going to take him as an 18-man, so he may debut this week.
Highton said the injuries have also created opportunities for several emerging players to step up and gain valuable Hot Plus Cup experience.
We've been facing weekly, but in saying that also gives chance for other young boys to have a chance to wear the Hunters jersey. Even on that, we've got a lot of players that come in, have a few games, and unfortunately, you know, due to injury, they're back out again. So the team has to reshuffle.
The coach said the lack of experience remains a challenge, revealing the team's left-edge combination last weekend had fewer than 30 Hot Plus Cup games between them. Despite sitting at the bottom of the ladder, Highton expects another tough contest against the Seagulls.
Beat those and trained well the last couple of days, so they've been training really well. Good positive vibe within the club.
The Hunters will also welcome back Walang Tauloi from suspension, with Highton describing his return as a major boost. He said Tauloi is a hard-working player who contributes enormously to the team, and his return strengthens the Hunters heading into the final 7 rounds. Highton added that the remaining matches are important for both the club and players, hoping to impress selectors ahead of the Rugby League World Cup and NA place in the PNG Kumul squad. Joel Mipari, Trugai Sports.
SPPNG Hunters coach Paul Highton is urging supporters to stand behind his young squad, saying patience and encouragement are vital as the team continues rebuilding through injuries and inexperience.
SPPNG Hunters head coach Paul Highton has appealed to the supporters to rally behind his young playing group, saying criticism on social media is adding unnecessary pressure to a team already battling injuries and inexperience. Ahead of tomorrow's Hot Plus Cup clash against the Wynnum Manly Seagulls, Highton acknowledged the supporters' passion, but urged fans to remember the Hunters are still building with a youthful squad.
Which is unfortunate, but I do understand, you know, we have a lot of passionate supporters, so there's a lot of outside noise, but internally, you know, we've changed things around a lot. Bringing them, it's fun, you know, this game is fun to play, and we brought more of that into our training sessions.
Highton said players are not immune to criticism circulating online, adding that negative comments can affect the confidence of young players who are still developing their game.
Trying to take some of that pressure off the players, because there's a lot of pressure, and you know, you can say don't look at social media, for example. You can say that, but young people, you know, they're gonna have a look. It's part of life now, so. We're trying to take that pressure off the players at training because, you know, we're putting pressure, they're getting pressure outside, family. It's a lot of pressure on these young men. So
the Hunters have fielded several debutants this season after a lengthy injury toll forced continued changes to the squad. According to Highton, many players have only managed a handful of games before injuries disrupted their progress, making consistency difficult. Despite the club's struggles, Highton said he has been encouraged by the commitment shown by his players, particularly during last week's defeat when the Hunters played much of the game with 12 men following the dismissal of Sonny.
We've got a lot of debutants, possibly another this weekend. Just this week alone, we've lost four players due to injuries and old injuries. So that's what we've been facing weekly. But in saying that, that also gives chance for other young boys to have a chance. And
Aiton said the Hunters continue to review every performance and remain focused on developing the next generation of players, with emerging talent from the PNG NRL Cup and the National Youth Competition already being monitored for the future opportunities. He finished with a heartfelt message to supporters.
Our second pillar of our team is family, and we find that in PNG we're all one family. And normally in PNG, when something's happened to a family member, or they're not doing too well, we all come together and support them. That's what I found that probably more different here than any other country that I've been a part of. So I appeal to our fans that we're all one family. You've got to remember how many injuries we've had, how many players we've lost.
Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Chicken kebab Dina. Yum.
Beef stir fry.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, one cube at a time.
Announcing the Skill-Rise School Competition 2026! With monthly prizes of GFI products, student project fees, and a major prize of 25,000 Kina building project funding, you can make a difference! Here's how you can enter. Just buy any 1 kg medium grain or soft and sweet Scout rice and give your child a drop into the entry box provided in selected schools to win. Terms and conditions apply. Skill-Rise, and by you like it.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
It's very important that we take a lot of those principles and standards from international treaties and obligations and agreements.
Monday night on In Focus, we feature discussions with the PNG Center for Judicial Excellence on the upcoming Law Asia Conference.
Law Asia is an organization that involves judges, lawyers, academics.
That's on Monday night.
Hello, everyone.
Is everything all right?
Oh. Yes. Everything's all right. All right with Roots.
Make it right with Roots.
You're watching Trukai Sports. SPPNG Hunters youngster McQueen Warinu is embracing every opportunity at the Host Plus Cup level, describing his journey as a dream come true despite injuries and the team's challenging season.
SPPNG Hunters rising talent McQueen Warinu says every appearance at the Queensland Rugby League level has been a valuable learning experience as he continues to establish himself in the club's senior squad. After making his debut earlier this season, Warinu has now played 3 matches for the Hunters, describing the journey as both challenging and rewarding following a frustrating period on the sidelines through injury. Warinu said returning from injury and making his Hot Plus Cup debut this season was a dream come true after years of hard work and determination.
Make it to Hunters one day was always been my dream, and it's been a long set of a dream where me setting, but stapos club level nakamata. I always look forward for the week in and week out of my footy and my performance.
Warinu admitted that the step for the PNG NRL Cup to the Queensland Rugby League competition has been significant, but said he is embracing the challenge and learning something new every week.
A little bit, but then, as a kid, I've have the hunger to play and all this, so coming back on injuries and then Never thought I'm gonna have this opportunity to make my debut this year, but everything happened so fast, and I got my first game against the Tweed Seagulls and down at Tweed, and then second, third, and I think it was a little bit different from them cup that we usually play. And
originally from Mount Hagen in the Western Highlands province, Warinu began his representative rugby league journey with the Croton Hela Wigmen in 2023 before earning a call-up to the Hunters preseason squad late last year. He said making the SP Hunters has always been his dream, and achieving that goal means a lot as he now sets his sights on reaching the next level. Despite the Hunters' enduring difficult campaign, Warinu remained focused on improving his own game while trusting the coaching staff to guide the team forward.
Yeah, definitely it's going to be skipper, because he's the one that always, turn everything around, and we always look up to him and turning negative into positivity.
Warinu also praised the leadership with the squad, crediting the captain for keeping the spirit high and motivating the players throughout the challenging season. He said while many people do not see the hard work the team puts every day, the players remain committed to improving. Meanwhile, Warinu will miss this weekend's match after receiving a one-game suspension, but remains confident the Hunters can produce a strong performance.
We are struggling this year, but I think that this is one of the things that I'll just leave it to the coaches and all these guys. But for me, I just want to learn as much as I can. And
although disappointed to miss the clash, Warinu said the suspension is a learning experience and he will continue working hard to return stronger for the remainder of the season. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
That ends Trukai Sports. The Money Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports. Trukai Sports.
Hello, everyone.
Is everything all right?
Oh. Yes. Everything's all right. All right with Roots.
Make it right with Roots.
Ready for the world, so is your Visa Visa card. Visa keeps you moving wherever you go, Papua New Guinea or abroad. Seamlessly pay for travel, dining, online shopping. Easily access your funds and instantly track your expenses. Every tap comes with security, trust, and peace of mind. Unlock the world of possibilities. And it all starts with the new Visa Visa card.
Movies, videos, news, and documentaries on the cheapest TV channel, offered on fixed broadband service. Telecom PNG, always there.
The future of Papua New Guinea sits in our classrooms today, but the question is, are we feeding that future right?
We give guidelines to our mothers to prepare only the garden crop.
Because what children eat today shapes their tomorrow.
As a school, it's our responsibility as well, teaching them how to eat healthy.
Be part of the conversation. Watch Food for Thought on EMTV, your #1 to watch.
Remember the joy of playing with your toys as a child? At Money Plus, we believe that every small business deserves the chance to build and grow. That's why we offer asset financing.
With Money Plus, we're ready to go.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Money Plus, with you always.
The Money Plus weather report for the next 24 hours. In the Highlands region, Mount Hagen City, partly sunny to cloudy tonight. Goroka, Barnes and Kundiawa, partly cloudy with possible few showers to drizzles tonight. And Manditari and Wabeg, partly cloudy with possible evening drizzles.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Saturday, the 4th of July 2026. From all of us here, pleasant viewing and good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.